Another busy night at Corpus Christi City Hall. But tonight, eyes are on the mayor's job. Drew Bishop joins us live at City Council with what's at stake. And as water woes continue across the coastal bend, Three Rivers is taking a big step to fix its water problems. We'll tell you what it could mean for neighbors there. Your News at 5 starts right now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. As Corpus Christi remains in a water crisis, City Council is shifting focus to another topic tonight, the possible removal of Mayor Paulette Guajardo. Neighborhood News reporter Drew Bishop joins us live from City Hall, where he will continue tracking it for us tonight. Drew, how did we get to this point?
Hey, Clara. Tonight is all about the mayor. At least all eyes are focused on it. And you may be thinking that this is something to do with water, but it actually goes back all the way to 2024. That's when $2 million of taxpayer money were awarded to a local hotel developer. Now, this was linked to an alleged misrepresented document from FEMA that misportrayed the hotel developer, and a competing developer sued the city, alleging council was misled. The FBI, Texas Rangers, and Corpus Christi Police all investigated and closed their cases with no charges filed. Now, in August of 2025, resident Rachel Caballero filed a petition to remove Guajardo on counts of malfeasance, on counts of misconduct, and willful neglect. And last month, 3 council members, Hernandez, Cantu, and Vaughn, all signed that petition and pushed to add it to the agenda. And now council voted 5-3 to add that petition to today's agenda. Now, this doesn't mean that we're voting to remove the mayor today. It's a formal proceeding to begin talking about it. Now, there's been responses on both sides. The city sent out a response today arguing that this is premature because today was never meant to suspend Guajardo outright, and it's more about procedure than a direct vote. But on Monday, a federal judge had ordered the city to not suspend the mayor without a constitutional hearing under the 14th Amendment, and a court hearing is set for tomorrow morning. And with city models projecting us in a level 1 water emergency 1 to 6 months from now, the question is, how much closer does this get us to securing Corpus Christi's long-term water future? Now, the agenda item is 21. We're in agenda item 17 when I last left council chambers, so I'll continue to track this and update you as we continue on. Tune back into Chris 6 News at 6 for the latest updates. Back to you, Clara.
Drew, thank you. Well, the City Council has had to tackle a lot of major issues in the past few months. That's why we want to hear from you. What issues do you think the City Council should prioritize? Just head to our Facebook page and vote in our poll. This is a live look at our results so far. Well, the Nueces River Authority Board has voted to hire an outside attorney to investigate allegations against its own executive director and board president. The allegations come from Chief Operating Officer Travis Pruski, who claims executive director John Byram gave the board inaccurate figures about a major desalination project, and that board president, Eric Burnett, later told Pruski to stop asking questions. Burnett presided over Tuesday's vote despite being named in the letter. In a prepared statement, he pledged transparency, saying the board will provide, quote, communication and updates in a manner that supports transparency and public confidence. Governor Greg Abbott has previously called for a thorough investigation. Three Rivers is taking a big step to fix its water problems. On Monday, city leaders approved the first steps to apply for a grant through the Texas Water Development Board, funding that could help build a new water well. City leaders say they're moving quickly with the grant application now open through July and confident that the state will recognize how urgent the need is. Neighborhood News reporter Melissa Trevino met with city officials about what this could mean for them.
It would give us the third option of using groundwater. Our first one was Choke Canyon, and then the Frio was the second one. We do have one other water source with the well, Woodward Well out there in McMullen County, and this would provide us another additional water well.
City Administrator Thomas Salazar says the city uses over 1 million gallons of water a day. He says they want to secure as much funding as possible for their residents. Orange Grove continues to deal with its own water woes. Tomorrow, city leaders will discuss the drought and change in their water quality. The mayor is expected to issue a declaration of local disaster because of it. City leaders are meeting tomorrow night at 6:30. So a lot of talk about water. So let's go ahead and toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Luber to see when we can potentially get some this week.
Yeah, a little help from Mother Nature would be nice, wouldn't it? We need to take care of the drought situation before we can make meaningful gains in the water crisis that we've been talking about for quite some time. So let's see how we can do that. I'll tell you one way to do it is to continue to add to this count. Our rainy day count only sits at 10 days of measurable rainfall in all of 2026 here as measured at Corpus Christi International Airport. Now, this isn't something that would be representative of what's happening in the watershed, but it is representative of what's happening here locally, which is important when it comes to our aquifer. We need to recharge it. We can't just take from it, right? So the more rainy days we get, the better off we will be. And I've got a few more in the 7-day forecast, thankfully, but today not shaping up to be one of those such days. We've got haze along the horizon again, a lot of humidity here as those southeast winds continue to draw in a lot of moisture from the Gulf. So that gives us the main ingredient that we need. Some water if we want rain, right? But while we have daily chances for rainfall, there are some days that are going to be better than others. Today was not expected to be one of those better days, so it's not a shocker that we've got a lot of sunshine out there, and at most, all of the clouds we had earlier today. But still, it's helped our temperatures stay warm and muggy. Haverhill sitting at 90 degrees, actual air temperature right now, quite summer-like out that way. 83 here in Corpus Christi, 85 in Beeville, and 88 in Alice. So where do we go from here, and when will you see rain in your neighborhood? A timeline ahead.
The FBI is looking for people who may have fallen victim to a wire fraud and identity theft. Now, this is in connection to an investigation we first told you about last September. Victor Daniel Almaguer, the owner of Danny's Tire Service on Baldwin, and co-defendant Robert Luis Saldaña are accused of luring someone to their tire shop and holding that person against their will. Federal prosecutors allege the men beat the man and forced him to withdraw money from 2 banks and even make a $10,000 jewelry purchase. Almaguer and Sandoval have pleaded not guilty to charges of wire fraud, identity theft, and kidnapping. Now, the FBI is asking anyone who may have been victimized by Almaguer to contact them. The number is 832-426-0778. And Senior Officer Travis Haker has returned to work. He's a CCPD officer who had been placed on administrative leave amid criminal charges of theft and credit card abuse. A CCPD spokesperson said in a statement that Haker had been returned to duty after the department took administrative action. Now, the statement goes on to say the department is now waiting on the outcome of the pending criminal charges. Haker was placed on paid administrative leave in October. In February, a Nueces County grand jury indicted the officer on theft and credit card abuse charges. He has pleaded not guilty.
I'm Jacob Daniels in my neighborhood, Flower Bluff, and neighbors and city council are coming together to get a project done the right way. Good.
When you have a project like this where everybody jumps on board, it can easily push the naysayers out of the way, and it can tear down the walls because you have so many people who are positive about it and working towards it. That's what matters.
That's Shirley Thornton, president of the Flower Bluff Citizens Council. And the project she's talking about is the Trestle Bridge connecting Flower Bluff to the south side. And she says during a time when people feel like their voices aren't heard, that city officials are listening to their concern.
The purpose of this meeting was to allow the community, as part of the grant, to have input before the final plan gets submitted to TxDOT.
Although some sticking points remain.
We're still in negotiations because they're holding off on the final plan until we finish having this discussion, and I appreciate so much that they're allowing that, because it is important to make sure that you don't want to do something that has somebody complaining every single night.
And one of those sticking points was the lighting. Originally planned to be 25 feet high, but after community input, they've been lowered to 15 feet.
15 feet, still pretty tall.
But everyone is showing that they can make compromises that will ensure that these new biking and hiking paths are something truly valuable to the entire community.
A lot of work's gone into it, and the city's obligated. They need to see it through too. And I know there's a lot of support on the city side because I've talked to people who are part of the city, and they're all about it. They want to see it happen.
The deadline for public input has been pushed back to next week so more neighbors can weigh in. In Flower Bluff, Jacob Daniels, Chris 6 News.
Jacob, thank you so much. You'll often find Jacob in Flower Bluff, the South Side, and even the island. He covers all of these areas. If you've got a story idea for him, take out your phone and scan the QR code you see on the screen. You can send him a story tip there. A plane crash near the airport caused this busy scene last night. We'll tell you what led to the crash and how those involved are doing tonight.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. We have new information about last night's plane crash that left 2 people seriously hurt. They've been identified as an instructor and a flight student. A statement from Splendid Aviation says one of their training aircraft hit some power lines as it was coming in for a landing at CCIA. The plane crashed along Highway 44 near the airport. Now, both crash victims were taken to a San Antonio hospital for specialized medical treatment. A heads up for drivers. As you can see, Eastport Avenue is closed from North Tonopah to North Mesquite Street. That's because crews are still tearing down the Old Harbor Bridge. The roads will stay closed until Thursday. In the meantime, you can take Brewster Street to get through. A simple craft with an incredible impact will show you how a quilt is changing the way people remember the Vietnam War.
All right, beautiful day outside. The view along the causeway over the Laguna Madre. Look at the texture on this water here. Yeah, it's a windy day here across the coastal bend, and it is a warm one too. You can look at the temperatures across the coastal bend, but I'm sure just by looking at the haze on the horizon, you can probably feel these temperatures too. Sitting at 83 as we start to come down from the warmest part of the day. That wind still coming from the southeast at 26 miles per hour, gusting a little bit higher at the airport. And it's a similar situation across the coastal bend. We've really been feeling a bit warm for this time of the year. We wouldn't normally see 85 and beyond here in Corpus Christi until the end of the month, and we've kind of been a little bit warmer than we'd normally expect for this stretch. But the humidity part, we won't complain about at all, because that is giving us the one ingredient we need to even have a hope of showers in the forecast, and that is all the water sitting there around us and making that haze along the horizon. So here's a view of how the clouds have been trending today, following in on that southeast wind. We can even see what we like to call cloud streets here in Aransas and Refugio counties, moving in along that sea breeze. As we warm up, those clouds move inland and clear out, but they're still riding along that predominant wind direction. And it's been a pretty similar situation throughout the week, day after day. Wash, rinse, repeat, and that includes storms out along the Big Bend of Texas. Now, on Sunday, we thought some of that might head this way, and they didn't even form. So now that we're not going to have the hope of them coming anywhere near us to bring rainfall, now they're all firing off, right? That would be our luck. But more importantly, we're looking for something well beyond this. We're waiting on a cold front to arrive this weekend to bring us our next best chance for rain. Tomorrow will be an okay chance for rain, but I wouldn't call it the best when we look at the 7-day forecast as a whole. So here's a look at what to expect as we head through tonight. Notice those storms again firing off into the Big Bend of Texas, likely going to be impacting our friends out by Del Rio and Laredo eventually if it gets that far west, but not us. We don't have a hope of that. It could help to bring a few trailing showers into the mix as we move into tomorrow morning. But again, a passing shower isn't really something that's going to be very impactful for you tomorrow. Just a hope to maybe water the lawn a little bit. But those storms happening to our north, not a bad thing for us, because it helps to bring rain to the watershed, and we need to wipe a lot of color off of the drought monitor maps. So you know what? We thank our friends up by the I-35 corridor for taking the storms for us, because it at least will help us out. But back here at home, we're watching the humidity staying locked in that very humid category here on Muggy Meter, as dew point temperatures, which aren't really a temperature, they tell us about the water in the air relative to the temperature. Those are staying locked in the 70s until this weekend. The change? A cold front looking to arrive in the coastal bend and bring us a more meaningful chance of rainfall as we go on into Saturday night and Sunday. So I think your Saturday plans for the most part will be okay, but once we move into Sunday, looks like this could be a pretty good drink of rain for our more inland and southern neighborhoods, but overall should be something that gifts us all some rain. So up until now, we've had a few sips. We're expecting that tall drink of rain to move in with this cold front. That timing, again, looking like very late on Saturday night and heading into Sunday. So if you have enjoyed the rainfall we've had so far in April, but you're looking for the more substantial stuff, we've got to wait. We're not going to see it during this work week, but as we head on into the weekend and beyond, it looks like a few more rainy days are on the way.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm. Car wreck? Heil will help.
A years-long effort to bring part of the USS City of Corpus Christi to the Bayfront has taken a big step forward. Earlier today, a large crane was unloading pieces of the sail from the historic submarine. Now, the 60-ton submarine sail arrived here nearly 2 years ago. The plan is to eventually install the sail at Sherrill Veterans Memorial Park. The USS City of Corpus Christi went into service in 1981. It was decommissioned in 2017. You've probably heard the term Swifties, fans devoted to a global pop star, but for some that same word carries very different meaning. It's a name tied to U.S. Navy swift boat sailors who served during the Vietnam War. Now, they patrolled the rivers of Vietnam on missions that were often fast and deadly. Among them, 58 never returned home. Chris 6 anchor Michelle Hoffman spoke with a woman from Rockport who's using her love for quilting to remember and honor them.
Do you think there's any symbolism behind a quilt and when it comes to using it as a tribute for veterans?
Every stitch is made with love.
Little crafted a quilt with a swift boat design and added the names of the fallen. Her work will be unveiled at the National Reunion for Swift Boat Survivors in San Antonio next month. After that, it will be displayed at the museum in San Diego, California. We'll grab the tissues because this one is a heartwarming tearjerker. A 95-year-old veteran in Southwest Ohio has a special relationship with some of the school children there. Daisy Kershaw shows us how the kids gave back to him.
Hi, kids.
Meet Bob Jones, a man who makes time each day to make someone else's day a little brighter.
I toot their horn and I wave at the kids and bus drivers, and they wave back. And a lot of people in the cars wave, and the kids roll the window down and holler, Mr. Bob. And some of them says, I love you. And
for 20 years, the Mount Carmel Air Force veteran has waited outside his home to wave as school buses drive past.
My sister drives for a bus, and this is the second or third generation of students that are coming by and that will say hi to him as they go past. He's just a role model in so many ways for little kids.
I just love the kids. I love them, and I thank them for loving me. And, it's just a blessing to wave at them.
Last week for his 95th birthday, Jones getting the gift of a lifetime. A parade of school buses packed with smiling students, all waving as they rode past Jones' home.
I just get emotional. The Lord has really blessed me.
Okay, this is your present.
We can all learn a thing or two from Jones. He's proof that the smallest act of kindness can make the biggest difference.
Tell your friends you love them, and people like to be told they're loved.
Love that story. Well, a Coastal Bend tradition is back with a new mission. We'll show you how this year's Buccaneer Days Festival will be different from the rest. Well, the 80th annual Buccaneers Day is bringing new events and a new home to build the Coastal Bend. Now the 11-day festival takes over the Corpus Christi Bayfront starting April 30th. During today's City Council meeting, the Buccaneer Commission shared the number from last year. They saw more than 112,000 visitors, making more than $10 million from out-of-town guests alone.
We have people coming from all over the United States, and certainly San Antonio, Rio Grande Valley, Houston are big drawers of folks for the event as well.
All of the money raised helps fund hundreds of thousands of dollars in local scholarships. This year features a new partnership with Habit for Humanity, and volunteers will build a house frame right on the festival grounds. That home will eventually go to a single mother and her children. For all the things Buck Days, head over to our website, christv.com. Well, one thing you can look forward to before then, the Buck Days Driscoll Children's Parade. You can watch all the fun live right here on KDF TV. Neighborhood News reporter Jada Jenkins and our newest reporter Jada Strayer will host the event. The parade kicks off this Saturday morning at 10:30. You can also live stream it on christv.com. And of course, you can't forget about the Rally Night Parade. It'll be broadcast right here on Chris 6 News the following Saturday, April 25th. It all starts with the stadium show at 7 p.m. The night parade runs from 8 to 10. Stephanie and myself are hosting this year's show. We hope to see you there. And I hope it doesn't rain that day.
I know, we've been fortunate lately. So,
Yeah.
I mean, want rain, but I'll try to leave a note to the sky.
Please.
But Buck Days is such a great part of what we have in our community,
It
so
is.
it's always an exciting time.
And they moved it up, right? Usually it was in May, and now, it's a little earlier in April.
Earlier, the front end of all the festivities. Good stuff. So look for the forecast updates there. But before that, maybe we'll get a few more April showers, right? This is what I think will happen this weekend. Our cold front moving in, bringing some showers to the coastal bend. And so that's why our rain chances are looking better for the second half of the 7-day forecast. Passing showers really only going to be likely about tomorrow morning. And then as we head on into the weekend, I think your Saturday plans, I should say, will be okay. But if you stay out too late, that's where we might see some rainfall in the mix. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching KRIS 6 News. We will see you here tonight at 6.
Bye.